Good morning and a very warm welcome to this Onepoint Wellness session. My name is Els, and for those of you who join us for the first time, let me give you a little bit of a background of this project. We started the Wellness project way back in May 2020, and that was in the middle of the pandemic, the COVID time, lockdown, all of that. It was a very stressful time for everyone. And so one of our friends who knew that we are meditating on a regular basis suggested that why not do something for the public, maybe regular meditation sessions. And so that's how we started. Several of us working for Onepoint Consulting or meditating on a regular basis. And the meditation we practice is called Raja Yoga. It's the yoga of the mind. We started with every Friday half-hour sessions. We are now doing them fortnightly, every second Friday. But we have had international speakers over the years, I should say, I think more than 120 sessions at the moment. All the sessions have been recorded and they are available on YouTube. Today, I'm very pleased to welcome Marcelo Bulk, who joins us from South America. Marcelo has been associated with the spiritual charity Brahma Kumaris for more than 38 years now, and he is the national coordinator of the university's activities in Colombia. He has worked as a business consultant and facilitator with several major companies in Latin America, Asia, and Europe, and he is currently associated with the Union Consulting Group in Colombia, but also with the Oxford Leadership Academy in the UK in Oxford. Marcelo lectures internationally on topics related to self-leadership, human values and meditation, and he is also the author of the Pathway Towards Leadership, which was published in Spanish and Portuguese. The topic he has chosen for today is making gratitude your friend in life. So very, very warm welcome to you, Marcelo.
Hi there, I hope everything is great. My name is Marcelo Bulk. I'm Brazilian, but I live in Colombia. And I run the service of Brahma Kumaris here in this beautiful country. You're welcome here. Today I'm talking about gratitude, but it's kind of a different focus. It's gratitude, a friend. So yeah, I was checking about that. Well, the other day I need to do something. It was very difficult for me to do it by myself. Then a friend came. So together we were able to solve the situation. We were able to fix whatever had to be fixed. And I think gratitude is a little bit like that. It's a fixer. Something bad happens. You have many ways to deal with that. You can be angry, you can shout, you can cry, or you can be grateful. Yeah, you can. You know, gratitude is a very powerful very powerful attitude, and anyone can have and should have. So I tell you two things about my life in which gratitude is inserted. First thing is, when I was a child, I had a very tough childhood. One of the moments I loved more was that monthly we used to receive a little magazine from a Japanese church by the name of Seishonoye. They are very good. And the magazine had many stories, and I liked the stories. And most of the stories was, be grateful. There was always something bad happened to you. But if you are grateful, things will change. And that really created another perspective for my life because, well, not many good things were happening to me. So that gratitude, that free gratitude was very nice, very, very good for me. It really create an impact in my life. The second thing is I have here with Brahma Kumaris in Colombia, in Spanish, we have a weekly video. It's called Tips for Self-Progress. So they have many tips. We had more than 150 of those. But some time ago, I decided to add always, as the last tip, gratitude. Because, you know, when you feel that energy coming from inside, from within you, reality changes. And it's real. Reality changes because you are grateful. So why don't we use that more? What happens to us? I think in the past, people, they were more grateful. I was brought up in Sao Paulo, my original city in Brazil, in such a way that you should thank everyone, even the driver of the bus, anyone, you just thank them. It doesn't matter why, it doesn't matter if they did something good or not, but by thanking them, you are the first one to be benefited. You know, it's a very subtle trick. You can change reality by just being grateful. But there are 4 situations in which gratitude should enter. And one last thing before talking about these 4 situations is that many times you don't need to thank another person verbally because you can't, or something happens, but you can thank them from the heart, you know, something from the depths of your heart. The other day I saw a picture and the person was saying, I don't know who this man was, but he did this, and I want to thank them. So they just published that, they posted it everywhere. So that was a way of thanking people. And so you don't need to verbalize, but you can make your heart more grateful. The first situation is when you should, in fact, when you must. Before should, you must. So when the other person did something to you beyond their capacity, your heart should explode with gratefulness. You know, with that feeling of thank you so much for this extra mile, for this extra thing you are doing to me. I had some problems in India. I was there for some time. And so there was a big issue in the airport. And there was one person, and he explained what we had to do, but he couldn't help us. He was from another airline, so he couldn't do anything to us. But after a while, when we realized that nobody from the airline was coming, nobody was helping us, we went to him again. And this lady who did the deal, let's say, she was able to convince him, but he did from the heart, you know, it was so natural. He was there allowing us to do something that maybe was not so according to the rules of the airport, but he helped us to everyone, so everyone could go home that night. So he didn't need, but he did. And we couldn't thank him so openly, but while I was going to the place I was supposed to rest, I was just feeling from my heart, thank you so much for what you did. It was beyond your duties. It may be even a risk, but you did. Thank you. So these are situations, and this is one example, in which you have to thank the person. You have to thank that person who smiled at you. They didn't need, but they did. You really, really must thank yourself. Yeah, yourself. Because you're still doing, trying, you still have faith that you can do it, you can change. So you should thank yourself a lot. Very, very deep gratitude. There are cases in which you should thank. So someone did something to you, so you should thank them. Maybe it was not extra, it was not extraordinary, but you should. Because, again, the idea behind gratitude or any attitude, the first one to get benefit is yourself. So why not? So I was traveling from London to India. And first of all, someone gave me food, and it was one of the most delicious food I have ever taken in my life. But the person who gave me, she said, well, tell them to heat it up. And I was very shy at that moment. My English was not that good. It's better now, right? Yeah. Well, so anyway, I didn't feel like I could ask them to heat it up. And probably nowadays I wouldn't think at all. But that time I did ask, can you heat this up, please? Someone gave me, it was very special. And the lady, she took it and she brought back like in a very nice tray, beautiful. It was so warm, so nice. I thanked her so much. It was not that extra, but it was something she didn't need to do, but she did. And why not? She did from her heart. I thanked her from her heart. And these are two different situations. The first one, the other person, you didn't expect them to do it. And the second one, you maybe expect them to do it, but there was no, well, not certainty, and they did it. So on one hand, you be benefit, that attitude of gratitude, that you make your mind so clear, so beautiful. There will be light everywhere. But on the other hand, these people, they will receive that energy. I do believe in that energy. I call it blessing. And it's a blessing that it will work at the right moment. The third situation was that, as I said before, in Brazil, I was brought up that you have to thank everyone. It doesn't matter whatever they do for you, you just thank them. If they are cleaning, you are in a public space and they are cleaning around you and they take a little bit of trash you left there, just thank them. It's not a big thing. And it was interesting. I never realized until my last trip to Brazil. I had to do some document there. And it's crazy to do documents in a city like Sao Paulo. We have 20 million people there, so you can imagine. So it's not that easy. And so I went there, and everything was very formal, very methodical. They're very organized, very efficient in a way. And at the end, I just thanked the young man who helped me with the document. And he smiled. He said, welcome. And it was the first time I saw him smiling the whole process. I don't know, they were very distracted. Maybe it was a Friday, it's horrible, right? When someone comes on Friday to ask you to do something, you're thinking already about your holiday or wherever you are going, and then this person comes there. What? So he was not so smiley. But at the end, when I thanked him, he smiled. And these are the situations in which you don't need. That's their duty. They had to do it. Anyway, you don't need to thank them. It's their job. They are paid for that. You can use many excuses for not thanking them to do it. But I learned in that day is that when I thank someone, I'm giving them a little piece of me. In fact, anytime we say anything to another person, we are giving a little piece, an energy, an invisible energy. So maybe it's not a blessing, but when you thank them, when you are saying from your heart that I'm obliged, thank you, gracias, shukram, whatever you say, shukriya, that makes the other person full of light, at that moment at least. Maybe they will forget with the next customer behind me, but they will have a little bit of light. And it's not, is it not beautiful to make someone smile? Especially if the person is not going through some, through a rose road. Sometimes you go through a rose road, sometimes through a thorn road. And sometimes you have a mixture of both. So when someone thanks you, even so what you are doing, it's your obligation, you had to do, come on. That makes the other person full of light. At least one little moment. Try it. Try it next time someone just fulfill their duty. Just try to thank them. Just try to smile at them. Just try. Even so, you give them a tip. Sometimes, some cultures, people give tips to other people for what they did, obligation they did. Even so, you give a tip. Give an extra tip of thank you. Just a smile. Now, okay, bear with me. Don't go away, please. Stay there. Now, there are situations you shouldn't thank. And yet, gratitude is probably the best way. So when I was a child, living my little tragedies at that moment, I read a story about a woman. She survived the atomic bomb, but her body was totally deformed by the radiation. She was desperate. She didn't know what to do. So that church helped her. That's good. But the main tip, the main trick was to feel grateful. But come on, how can I feel grateful? Look at my face. I cannot get married. I cannot walk on the street. People will look at me. This is horrible. But that gratitude will be for you on one hand. Will be when you feel gratefulness, gratitude, especially in these situations you shouldn't be grateful to. You are grateful to yourself, because yourself, you are still doing it. You still believe in yourself. You are still there. And it's extremely powerful, gratitude in situations of what I would call ungratefulness. And I have experienced that many times. I was just mentioning what happened to me in India, and it was not nice. And I won't tell in this lecture either. but it was not nice at all. But I felt so much gratitude, so much. because anyway, it was something that I really felt I wouldn't have it. So I had it. The problem is that situation was the flavor of broccoli. And yes, I would like something taste of cheese, taste of cheese. And it was not, it was broccoli. I don't know, But gratitude made me see the wonders that were happening to me. I knew a part of India that I am sure I wouldn't have ever know that part at all if it was not because of that small tragedy in my life. But if I didn't feel grateful, or any other positive attitude can apply to, I am sure I wouldn't be able to understand the beauty, the greatness. And that's part of being human in our society nowadays. We are so trapped, we are so much into all the problems and the situations and the news. News means bad news normally, that we forget to feel grateful, because there is always something to feel grateful for. There is always the air you are breathing. There is always someone you are with. There is always an energy, a powerful energy around you, in you. So you can be grateful to whatever you are. That is always there. And I'm not talking about big tragedies like the story, about the meaning of life, and the person who was in this concentration camp and how he was able to appreciate whatever was happening there. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you being grateful for your partner, for your family, for the neighborhood, for having a place to stay, for having food, for having some education, job, work. And maybe they are not the taste you'd love that to be. Again, they are the taste of broccoli, but gratitude will be the spices you put on the broccoli that will make that bitterness comes out, and you'll be able to feel the maximum, the beautiful energy, and the secrets behind all of that horrible thing that is going around you. Because gratitude is an attitude. Yeah, it's something, an energy. It generates blessings, good wishes, but it's also a key. And maybe the situation that is annoying you, is disturbing you, is upsetting you, maybe the key is just stop fighting a little bit. Just be grateful for whatever is there. Try it. Just try it. Is it okay? Yeah? I hope you are grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to have been invited to be with you. I'm grateful to be in this space. I am so grateful to be able to record this. I'm grateful to just be there. And I'd like to invite you to also be grateful to be. Would like to come? Yeah? Let's have we call it a meditation experience. So first of all, I have a certain perception, and I know you are checking your WhatsApp, so don't do it. Just stop a little bit there. Or maybe you are talking with someone else. Stop, just a little bit, okay? And just focus on your own self, on that beautiful, wonderful energy. you are. It is as if there's a point of light shining in the middle of your forehead. Think of it and experience it. And I see myself on a road, a beautiful road, lots of flowers, fragrance. I experience a very, very beautiful energy. And this road goes by the name of my life. And this is my life. This is my achievements, my success. This is the things I like to do. These are the people I love to be. Yeah, so many people are on this road with me. Many things. God, my work, my diet. So many things are in this road. And I feel grateful for all of that. I thank my life to be what it is. But some parts of my life, they are dried, full of thorns, mud. The people who are there, they are not so nice. And still, they are part of the road, so I have to go through that too. So I use the same thing. I'm grateful. At least I have a road to go through. Maybe there is a part of the road which is not nice, but look at the rest. I mean, my life is wonderful. Maybe some of those people, they are not so nice, but let me look into their eyes. Let me see the little star sparkling. Let me see that they are also energy. And they are so great in their own way. So I thank them for being present. There is always something to be grateful for. And there is one person I have to be grateful so much. Me. I'm still here. I still trust myself. I am still following this path. So let me feel gratitude for my own self too. And from now on, I won't be alone anymore. Maybe physically sometimes, but all the times I remember this friend who is always helping me to go through anything. And I'll be grateful to whatever life brings to me, roses or thorns. Thank you, gracias, obrigado, from the heart. Thank you.
Thank you, Marcelo. That was really a very beautiful session. I've enjoyed the meditation commentary, but also how you explained that gratitude is so important in our daily life. So thank you very much. Thanks to the technical team and to everyone. I hope you have enjoyed the session, and we are looking forward to seeing you again online for the next sessions. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.